Mike Ryan has been pushing down, repressed for 3 weeks of quiet, as Wembanyama hasn't exactly taken basketball by storm. And recently, I did not watch what happened against Rudy Gobert, but Rudy Gobert defensive efficiencies and Minnesota's defensive efficiencies this year have been very good. And evidently, did Gobert undress Wembanyama?
Yeah. Rudy Gobert, offensive juggernaut, noted, right? He played him off the floor. It's been pretty quiet over the last 3 weeks, as you mentioned. No aggregate sites. No Victor Wembanyama being super tall. Thank God, too, because if this kid ever figures it out, and no one rates this kid as highly as I do. I am not a Victor Wembanyama hater. If anything, I'm a lover of the game. Thank God he has a know-nothing coach that does not know how to use him properly. Camp his ass out in the paint and just let him be tall for a while.
Well, let me ask you guys this question, because I find this part fascinating. The sport wanted to go global, and there are going to be international things that happen to the sport. And one of the things that has happened is, I am saying in front of you, and Taylor gave the stat earlier, of how Jokic just routinely, every couple of days, puts up a stat line no one's ever seen before. He is leading the league in points, in rebounds, and in assists. And nobody cares, maybe not even him. Nobody seems to care that there is a player playing basketball right now. I mean, we're coming out of the LeBron age. Who's going to take the league from him? Who is next? Because LeBron and Durant are old, they've got to give the league over. They've given it over to the champion, who now leads the sport in points and rebounds and assists. And we talk about Lillard, and we talk about Giannis, and we talk about the super teams over here. And Denver's your reigning champion, and they've got at the center of it somebody who just said Wembanyama is going to change the game. Well, right now it's presently being dominated and changed by one dude, who maybe Wembanyama can do those things and be taller than everyone else, but one dude is doing it right now, and he's the reigning champion. And when you leave...
Oh, I thought Jaime Jaquez.
Points, rebounds, and assists, Mike, and nobody cares? Nobody cares that... You can't tell me that anyone listening to this cares that the coverage is proportional to the greatness.
Yeah, he I think if he keeps this up, can be talked about as not just the greatest big man ever, but maybe the greatest player ever, which I thought it had been a good 12 years before we saw like a big man totally dominate a game that you couldn't scheme around, and we thought the game had just passed that position by. You needed an agile five. You needed a five that can come out and respond to someone stretching the floor on them. And this guy is just so skilled that he's made us change our perspectives. I didn't think what Jokic is doing to be possible.